and welcome back to the channel. We're going a bit mad with all these videos. Now it's just decided people's going to walk about. We are at the cinema. We are going to see Drop, that I know absolutely nothing about. I've just discovered it. It's by the same director as the Death Day movies and some of the Paranormal Activities, not the best one. And there was another one. So I'm expecting light-hearted thriller, tiny touch of horror. I know a basic premise, but not very much. Darren doesn't know anything at all. So with no expectations, let's go watch Drop and we'll talk about it when we come out. So, Drop. I knew nothing about this. I kind of saw who made it. This covers a woman who's on a date with a bloke. All I knew about it was that during this date she starts getting, you know, what I would call an airdrop, but on that they called a digidrop, where someone who has to be within, is it a 50-meter radius?
54, yeah.
Is sending things to her phone, threatening her, asking her to do stuff, and if she doesn't follow the instructions, her very young son, who's been left at home being looked after by her sister, is going to basically be killed. This is her first date since her husband has passed. Her husband was abusive. She's very nervous, but the guy that she is having the date with is probably the most patient man in the whole of the world. He would have been gone, any normal man would have been gone long, like a quarter way into that date. But basically the entire movie is set in this restaurant where they're having this date, where she's receiving these messages. She's not allowed to communicate to the date that she's receiving the messages. And I won't say any more than that. That's basically the premise. So I thought of it pretty much what I thought I would thought, which was it was okay. Occasionally, I don't know a lot about a movie and it turns out to be really, really good. That one wasn't fantastic. It wasn't awful. It was an absolutely fine watch. It had a situation with just loads of contingency issues and just things that were really irritating. It's like, well, that couldn't have happened because this, and when did this happen, and how's this happen? You know, just things like that that just irritate me, that a tiny bit of thought would have cut out. But I would say it's a pretty average run-of-the-mill. It's definitely not a horror movie. I would say it's stretching it even to say it was a thriller. Is it one to go to the cinema to see? No. I would say wait on stream and watch it at home. As I say, it's not a bad movie, but it's certainly not a fantastic movie. Just as an example, the Shyamalan's Daughter's movie, Trap, even though there were a load of issues with that, I preferred that to this. But I feel they're pretty similar movies, but Trap had more about it. There was more than the one location. Not that that bothers me, I don't mind one location movies, but I don't feel that the content of the movie was good enough to warrant one location. There wasn't enough twists and turns. Not enough happened. The acting was absolutely fine. The leading guy, I don't know what his name is, but he just didn't have any charisma. There was no, you know, he was a handsome lad, but there was nothing about him. You know, I'm shocked he's the leading guy. Her, yeah, I can see it, she can act, but he was just flat as far as I'm concerned. So if I had to, Darren can tell you what he thinks now in a second. If I had to score that one out of 5, I never do this. I'm going to go 2.75. I always go a 2 or a 3. Occasionally I'll go a half. But I can't give it a 3 out of 5 because I score that to movies that I enjoy. 3.5, I think it's pretty good. So I can't go as low as a 2 because it's not a terrible movie, but I'll go a 2.75 out of 5. What about you?
I would liken it to the capture of Saddam Hussein. The premise was a good idea, poorly executed.
Poorly executed. Oh right, Saddam Hussein was poorly executed.
Yeah.
Why did it not work first time?
Oh, it did do, but it all went wrong.
Did it?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll ask him about that in a minute because I don't know.
Yeah.
I know he was hung.
Yeah.
Not that that's what you're here to listen to about Saddam Hussein's execution, but...
It's just me chatting with you,
but yeah.
I give it a 2. It's one of those films, it was alright to watch. Would I ever watch it again? No.
No. Exactly. That's pretty much my opinion as well. So there's another boy racer to add to the plethora. Yeah, we're all impressed.
I think I'm going to take my pants off.
Look at the state of these 3 coming now.
Yeah.
So...
He's wearing salmon.
It's pink. There's nothing wrong with lads wearing pink.
It's salmon.
Right, we're surrounded by teenage boys now.
Yeah.
One of them's wearing pink. Right,
Can we rev the engine?
No, my
Can I
car's
put
not
some music
impressive
on
enough.
right loud? With all the happening in the car park.
A happening?
Yeah, a happening.
That's showing your fucking age, a happening.
Yeah.
So yeah, remarkably average. Don't rush to see this at the cinema. It was between that and, what's the Rami Malek one called? Is
it on board outside here?
No, it's been switched off.
Oh, this is fine.
It's not The Apprentice, it starts with an A. The one with Rami Malek in it was between those two, and I went with this one because I wanted something not so serious, thinking this was a comedy. It's not. I've obviously completely misread it, or someone that says it's a comedy is talking out their arse, one of the two. So yeah, don't rush out to see it, folks. There's nothing special. I was right, there isn't much on at the cinema at the minute, but yeah, thank you for watching. I shall be back when there is something worth watching. We saw the trailer for the new Mission Impossible movie, which I think is the last one. I want to see Tom Cruise move into more character pieces, less action stuff. Even though he's good at... Darren wants him to see him do Ulysses. He keeps on about this. I'm surprised he hasn't bloody Twittered him.
I have done, years ago.
So, yes. What was the other one that was trailer? Oh, I saw the trailer for Until Dawn, and I have played that game, and I'm a bit confused because the film looks a lot better than the game, and the premise of the game or of the film looks quite different to the game. I'm looking forward to that. It looks quite good. So yeah, I'm looking forward to checking that out. But I've yet to see any word of a horror film that looks like it's going to be like, oh my god, that was amazing, that's one of the top movies of the year. There's been a few that I've enjoyed. Listen, every country's got one. That sounds like a hairdryer. That sounds like a little motorbike. Honest to God, really?
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah, there's been nothing this year that's been a massive standout in the horror genre. There have been movies I've enjoyed, but nothing that, you know, the top 10's going to have to come from stuff in the latter half of the year because there's been jack shit so far. So thank you for watching, guys. I should be back soon when there's something decent worth watching at the cinema. I'm going to try going forwards to do like double or triple reviews where I'll talk about 2 or 3 movies in one video rather than just talk about absolutely everything I've seen, because a lot of stuff's just not really worth talking about. So thank you for watching, and I shall look forward to speaking to you next time. Over and out from Lisa Lives.